All right, welcome to Seymour and Don Doyle Field, where tonight the Seymour Eagles will host the Union County Patriots in high school baseball action. I'm Jason Davis, the AV instructor here at Seymour High School. Joining me tonight, longtime Seymour head coach and assistant coach Bruce Wilson, 20-plus years in our dugout. He was also the principal of Seymour High School, taught a little bit here, done a little bit of everything. Good to have you here with us tonight, Bruce.
Great to be here this afternoon. We've got a pretty good day for baseball, a little windy, but the temperature sits fine today.
So Seymour comes into tonight's game 1-0 on the young season after a thrilling 6-5 win over Morristown West on Tuesday in the season opener. That may have actually been Morristown East, I believe. Yeah, Morristown East, sorry. The Eagles will look to keep that momentum rolling tonight in front of the home crowd. Union County comes in looking to spoil that and pick up an early season road win against a good Seymour club that's shown some offensive punch in their first outing. We're just about ready for baseball here at Don Doyle Field. Let's look at tonight's opening matchup. So Brandon Reed will start things off tonight for Union County. Braylon Williams is going to pitch for the Eagles, number 32, the junior. So far this season, he hasn't pitched, obviously. We'll get started here in just a moment. And we're just kind of trying things out tonight. We'll progress as the season goes. Hopefully, we'll move on from audio only to audio and video. But until that point, we'll just have what you see tonight. Some of that, some created things we have here are a scoreboard for you. And Hayden Creech, one of our students, will be running that scoreboard. And this is a new thing we've tried to develop using some free tools we have. So it may be a little shaky from time to time, but we'll keep you up to date with the broadcast.
Good Thursday afternoon and welcome to Don.
We'll let you hear the PA announcer and the national anthem.
Your Eagles and the Union County Patriots. Let's get it started off with starting lineups. First, the Patriots. Leading off in right field, number 10, Brandon Reed. Batting second at shortstop, number 7, Aiden Bowman. Batting third on the hill, number 24, Brady Stinnett. Batting cleanup, playing third base, number 14, Daniel Bailey. Batting fifth, the DH, number 20, Maddox Wyrick. Batting sixth, at catcher, number 21, Aiden Skiles. Batting seventh, in center field, number 11, Paxton Barnes. Batting eighth, at first base, number 15, Luke Johnson. And batting ninth, playing second, number 33, Wyatt Lampkin. Now the starting lineup for your Seymour Eagles. In left field, number 4, Zach Wood. In center field, number 33, Elijah Miller. In right field, number 12, Grayson Davis. At third base, number 13, Andrew Hammondtree. At shortstop, number 20, Reese Wilson. Playing second, number 6, Tabor Caldwell. At first base, number 22, Austin Brown. Behind the dish, number 1, Caden Rhodes. And on the bump, number 32, Braylon Williams.
Let's go, Caden.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll please rise, and gentlemen, remove your caps as we pay respect to America with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. You may be seated. And it's opening day here for your Eagles. Let's play ball.
All right, leading off the game is going to be the right fielder, Brandon Reed, for the Union County Patriots, number 10. He'll be going against Braylon Williams. Coach, I don't know if you've had the opportunity to see Braylon at all. He's a pretty good little athlete. He's very, very capable. You put him out there on the badminton court, he's going to be a competitor.
I think I might have seen him one time last year when I attended a couple of games and stuff. So I know it's an exciting time for him to get to start here at home.
Mm-hmm. Braylon joined us a couple of years ago from, I believe his family moved from Arizona, and his father, Micah, was a minor league baseball player.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I think he made it to Double-A, I believe. Good ball player.
Got good genes.
Mm-hmm. Braylon taking his warm-up tosses here before the first batter. You're going to have to help me with those pitch types, Bruce. You're more experienced on that than I am. I can tell you fastball and off speed. That's about it.
Fastball, off speed, and breaking ball.
Yeah.
You know, Jason, one good thing about the field here and stuff is not a better view during the national anthem with the flag right there.
Absolutely.
Love Mountain in the background.
The wind tonight got a little flag flying out there. Say the pitchers are probably going to enjoy having that wind because it seems to be coming in from right field.
That's the way it generally has, is always come in from right field.
Now you get a hold of one to the gap in left center, it might help carry it out.
Carry it on out.
Yep. All right, so Brandon Reed, the right fielder, going to step in to face Williams here. We'll get the game started.
Leading off for the Patriots, number 10, Brandon Reed.
Ball low. 0-1 count on Reed. Strike down the middle, looked like a fastball.
Yep, straight down there. He's doing a good job keeping it down low right there with him.
Nice breaking ball there on the inside corner for strike two. Williams is up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside on that 4th pitch, 2-2 evens the count. Reed showing some patience up there. Hadn't taken the bat off his shoulder yet.
Yep.
That's going to be a strikeout.
A little breaking ball there down.
Yep. Ball hit the ground. Batter didn't want to run it out. So.
Up next for the Patriots, number 7, Aiden Bowman.
Number 7, Aiden Bowman on deck. That was a swinging strikeout on that breaking ball outside. Aiden Bowman, the shortstop, right-hander.
Good pitch.
Takes a strike down the middle. Second pitch going to be fouled off. Like a curveball?
Curveball. Yeah, had a little breaking ball on it.
So the count 0-2 on Bowman. Going to be ball low inside. 1-2. Bowman reached out and broke his bat. You don't see that very often, Bruce.
Not with the metal ones and stuff. He got it right out on the end, outside pitch, and hit it right on the end of the bat and broke it right off.
Wow. I don't know that I've ever seen that. What kind of pitch was that, Bruce? Did you see
It was a little breaking ball outside corner. It made a pretty good little lunge at it to foul it off. That was a good pitch at him. Let's see if he can go find another $200 or $300 for the bat.
Bat salesmen everywhere are both horrified but also counting their money for the new one.
Mm-hmm.
Were you guys, when you first broke in as Seymour's coach, were you guys using aluminum bats at that point already?
No, we were still using the wooden bats. We can go down to the athletic house and buy about 5 or 6 bats each year for them at $12 a piece.
1-2 the count. Williams deals inside. Oh, he hit him. Got him on the left, kind of back of his shoulder. And Bowman's going to trot down to first.
Up next for the Patriots, number 24, Brady Stinnett.
We had wooden bats for the first couple of years I had them. We finally started into the aluminum.
So now up Brady Stinnett with a man on first. 1 out. Williams from the stretch hits another batter. That's going to send Bowman down to second. And now there's 2 on and just 1 out.
Next for the Patriots, number 14, Daniel Bailey.
Back-to-back HBPs, Bruce.
Pretty much the same pitch, same place.
Yep. Runners at first and second, 1 out here in the top of the first. That one's down the middle. Fastball, strike 1. Bailey takes the strike. Second pitch inside, back up the middle, and that's maybe going to score a run. It is, as they cut it off in the infield. So Bowman scores from second on that single from Bailey. Runners at first and second. Williams pitching from the stretch. Going to be low on that curveball, I think.
Yep.
1-0 to Wyrick. Maddox Wyrick, the designated hitter, number 20. Batting clean, or let's see, not clean up, batting 5th for Union County. Second pitch.
Pretty good.
Outside, good placement.
Outside corner, yeah.
Yep. 1-1.
Got a pretty favorable call on that one, but we'll take it.
Next pitch from Williams. Going to be low, and the runner's going to take third. What do you think, Bruce? That just a wild pitch, or are you going to give him a steal on that?
Yeah. He had a pretty good jump on the ball then, and the ball was down low.
So Brady Stinnett will be credited with that steal. Now there's runners at the corners. 1 out. Eagles trail 1-0 here in the top of the first. The pitch grounded to third. And the runner retreats back to third. He was cornered by third baseman, but couldn't quite get the play on him. That's
The third baseman dove at him, and he actually just jumped over the top of him to the back of the bag.
yeah, is that Andrew Hammontree that's at third? Andrew Hammontree tried to get him, couldn't quite make the play. So now the bases are going to be loaded with 1 out.
Have a little discussion there. Coach Koeneman with the umpires.
He's probably arguing that he went out of the base pad.
Right.
And he did.
Yeah.
Which is pretty obvious, but yeah, I would be if I were Kyle, I'd be over there pointing at the dirt marks. So the bases are loaded with 1 out. It's 1-0 Union County here in the top of the first. Williams has pitched a third of an inning, given up 2 hits, 2-hit batsman. Actually, that's not a hit. That's a fielder's choice.
It's going to be the umpire's home call there because he had a pretty good view down the line of what's going on. The field umpire was over by second base.
Really athletic play.
It was.
Brady Stinnett, nice hurdle of our third baseman. We'll see if it works out for him. I'm thinking with as long as this is taken, they're going to call him out.
Probably so, because they're explaining to the Union County coach pretty good while, and he doesn't look like he's wanting to accept their decision.
Getting a little Jeopardy music from the PA.
Usually a decision like this doesn't take quite that long.
Caden Rhodes comes back and talks to us for just a second, the Eagle catcher. We'll see the final ruling here in just a moment. So he is called out. That'll be the second out. We'll have runners at first and second.
So they called him out for jumping over the player, not being out of the baseline.
Interesting. So now Skiles up to bat for Union County. That definitely helps. Ball low, first pitch in the dirt.
The third baseman when he caught it, had to dive back real quick, and the runner just jumped over the top of him.
Mm-hmm. It's probably a safety thing, I would guess, with high school baseball.
It is, yeah.
Strike. Fastball cut on, missed. 1-1 the count with 2 outs here in the top of the first. Runners at first and second.
Yeah, the pitcher took a time just to looking back at second base.
Skiles awaits the pitch. Williams delivers from the stretch.
Good.
And cut on it. Didn't look like he wanted to, but it was on that outside corner. Did and missed. So it's 1-2. One, two, the count. Williams delivers. And that's going to be hit out into center and making the catch.
Ooh, super catch.
Super catch from the Seymour center fielder, who we're still learning all the players.
Miller.
Eli Miller. Great ESPN highlight style play. Diving catch from Eli Miller there to end the inning. So as we change things up here, Eagles trail 1-0 in the early going. Not the way you really want to start, but they recovered.
Yep. That's a couple good plays. Elijah saves a run right there. Not mistaken, I think Coach Koeneman said Elijah was on the Mr. Tennessee baseball watch list now.
Yeah, that would make sense. He made the All-State team last year, so good to see Eli getting some attention. So we'll head into the bottom of the first. Eagles will get their first at-bats at home this season. Due up is Eli Miller. That's kind of how it works. You make a big play in the field, you're often going to be one of the first people up. After Eli, we'll have Braylon Williams, the pitcher, who will try to get some run support for himself. And then Reese Wilson, the shortstop, is due up third. If anybody makes it to base, Corbin Johnson, designated hitter, will come up.
Eli's one of those guys, one of the players you like having in the leadoff. Got good speed, good bat control.
Hits for good average.
Good average, good baseball IQ. So it's a perfect position for him.
You know, anytime I think of leadoff hitters at Seymour High School, and it's part of just the era I came up in, watching one of our teachers here, Logan Jenkins, batting leadoff for you guys out of the lefty spot.
Yeah.
Little slap hitter.
He was a good one.
Good defender.
One of the best I had when I was coaching was our own Mike Latham was my leadoff
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
And he was as good a power hitter. He had home run lead, I think, up until Coach Koeneman took it away from him. But he had an excellent bat, a lot of strength. I think one year he might have had about 40 walks in one season. And whatever he walked basically turned into a double.
That's one of those guys, too, that, you know, you bat him. He's a power guy, but you bat him leadoff. You want him getting up to bat as many times as possible. He
actually hit a home run one time against South Doyle because he was a leadoff man and went in and we were tied. And he goes with a home run and wins the ball game for us.
Wow.
Just that one extra time at bat.
Keaton and Chili. Who else is over there? Baird. Welcome back, boys.
So that's going to end the warm-up for Brady Stinnett, who was the third hitter in the Union County lineup there. Again, he'll face Eli Miller, Braylon Williams, and Reese Wilson here in the bottom of the first. A little bit of dead time here, folks. That's what baseball is. Relaxing. Calm. as we get the hip hop coming in. Eli Miller stepping to the plate. Miller will approach from the right side. He's got a pretty spectacular 80s mustache there going on. We like that. Looks like a baseball player. First pitch from Stinnett, a strike. Miller watched that one. Oh and 1. Miller takes it up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Great way to start the home season hitting. Leadoff single.
Took that breaking ball right back up the middle of it.
Braylon Williams.
Braylon Williams, Seymour's pitcher, coming up. Williams bats from the right side. He'll have Miller down there at first. You know, Miller's got some wheels. He's going to be looking to steal, I'm guessing. We'll see. Williams fakes a bunt, takes a strike on a breaking ball in the outside corner. Stinnett pitching from the stretch. Eyes home. Now he's going to try to throw the pick off. Miller's back safely. Oh and 1 the count on Williams. Pitch. Williams turns on one into left over the head of the left fielder, and that's going to score. Yep, that's going to score Eli, and that's going to put Williams at second. So the double for Williams drives in game-tying run. Eli Miller.
The left fielder got his legs turned around on there, made the wrong turn on the ball, got behind him.
Yep. So now batting for the Eagles is going to be shortstop Reese Wilson. And he's got a runner in scoring position in Braylon Williams. And you know Braylon would like to not only erase that one he gave up in the first, but come out here with a lead.
Little breaking ball outside.
Strike one on Wilson. Second pitch from Stinnett. Outside breaking ball. Wilson swings and misses.
Same pitch as last time.
Stinnett's found something he likes. We'll see if he tries to change it up here. Third pitch of the at-bat. Low. Swings. Ooh. And swinging third strike. Wilson makes it to first. But the runner advances to third on a close play. Kobe Johnson up to bat.
Union County coach and umpire, field umpire, having a little discussion.
So Johnson, the lefty, is going to come up with runners on the corners and no outs. Eagles have knotted the score at 1 here in the bottom of the first. They throw to try to pick off Wilson, but he's back safe. That's how always makes me hold my breath when they attempt to pick off at first with a runner on third. Just takes one wild one. First pitch outside.
You know, it's not unusual sometimes you used to see the pitcher in a stretch take a step to third base, fake there, and then go back to first base. Don't see it too much often anymore.
Second pitch to Johnson. Johnson chops it over through the right side of the infield, and that's going to score 1 run, and we got runners on the corners again on the single from Johnson.
That ball had the proverbial seeing eyes right past the first baseman.
Now up, it's going to be Zach. Zach singles to right. That's Zach Wood. Singles to right, drives in another run as Wilson scores. Wood didn't wait long there, Bruce. First pitch swinging.
It got him on the handle. That'd have been a wooden bat, probably would have been broken, but we'll take that metal bat hit right there, just right over second base. Good job.
Runners on first and second. Is that a wild pitch or
I give him a pass ball.
Pass ball there advances the runners. So now 2 in scoring position for Tafer Caldwell, the second baseman. Tafer fouls that one off. So it'll be 1-1 now to Caldwell. Eagles lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the first. Pitch fouled off again. Now 1-2 to Caldwell. I believe Tafer's a freshman. Seeing some playing time at second. Hey, not bad. Home opener. You're starting as a freshman.
Good deal.
High chopper to third. And they get a 5-3 ground out. Runner advances to third and
RBI.
Run scored. So that's going to be a fielder's choice RBI for Caldwell. And now batting, Caden Rhodes, the catcher. Actually, yeah, Caden Rhodes, the catcher, batting.
Looking a little squeeze play there.
Yeah, not what you expect when you see a big hulking catcher up
That's
there.
right.
But so it's 0-1 on a failed little bunt attempt.
Yeah, it's probably just kind of a safety
Show me,
squeeze type
yeah.
thing. See what we're going to do with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Put a little pressure on the defense.
Counts 1-1. Stinnett looks at third, now delivers, and there's a bunt. Bunt.
Yeah.
And they're going to get Rhodes at first. No advance, so still a runner at third.
Next for yours, Seymour Eagles, number 22, Austin Brown.
That's the second out for the Eagles. Austin Brown steps to the plate, first baseman. Looks like he pops up the first pitch to second, and yeah, it's caught. So that's going to be the third out of the inning. Eagles are retired. They lead 4-1 through one inning, and we'll be right back with you. We're going to take a super quick break.
This off the lines. What is it? The lines. Oh, yeah. I thought it was just problem there, but I couldn't figure it out.
Leading off for the Patriots, number 11, Paxton Barnes.
Number 11, Paxton Barnes, will lead off here for Union County in the top of the second. And first pitch, pop up.
Got a fastball for him.
Going to be popped up to second baseman Tafer Caldwell. So the freshman getting some action early. That's one pitch, one out. And after that, kind of shaky first for Braylon Williams. That's a good way to settle down.
Luke Johnson.
Fastball, nice around the knees.
0-1 the count. Luke Johnson, the first baseman for Union County, looks at it. Nice curveball.
That was nice.
Braylon dropped one off the table right across the plate. So it's 0-2 now on Johnson.
Yep. Fastball. Caught him looking.
Yep, strike 3. That's the second strikeout for, I believe that's the second
Patriots,
strikeout.
Number 33, Wyatt Lampkin.
So now up Wyatt Lampkin, the second baseman for Union County. Williams' first pitch is outside and gets past Rhodes. So it'll be 1-0. Williams moving pretty fast through this second. Inside on that second pitch, fouled off his hands. It'll be 1-1 when Williams delivers this next pitch. Lampkin watches a pitch outside. Two and one as Williams delivers. Outside again. 3-1. Lampkin looking to maybe get on base through a walk. And he does, as Williams' pitch inside sends Lampkin down to first.
Number 10, Brandon Reed.
Brandon Reed, number 10, due up. Brandon Reed, the right fielder, led off the game for Union County. First pitch outside again. He struck out last time swinging. I remember he was patient that first at bat. I think he looked at the third strike. There's an inside, one on the inside corner for a strike. Lampkin on first. Williams checks him. Nothing doing. Pitch in the dirt. Rhodes keeps it in front of him. 2-1.
Good block by a catcher. Good pitch.
Was. Two one the count on Reed. Williams a little outside again. 3-1. 3-1. Hitters count 3-1. We'll see what Williams gives him to work with. Fastball down the pipe, just missed off the edge. Now there's two runners on again.
Up next for the Patriots, number 7, Aiden Bowman.
Aiden Bowman coming to the plate, or Aiden Bowman, excuse me, shortstop. He was hit by a pitch and scored a run his last time up to bat. So 2 on, 2 out for the Patriots. Williams' first pitch, he got the hitter to go around on it. It was a little bit outside on the breaking ball, Bruce.
Got him on the check swing.
Thought he did a good job holding up there, but not quite. 0-1. Williams delivers to Bowman. Outside. So the count 1-1. Bowman waits for the pitch. Up the middle. Nice play Tafer Caldwell.
Oh,
4-3 ground out. That's a good play. Super play from the freshman to go opposite the side of second base. Momentum took him past the base. Still made the throw.
he's 4 or 5 feet on the side, shortstop side of second base, and makes a super throw.
Yep.
Tough play.
So that ends the half inning. Eagles still lead 4-1 through 1.5. They'll come to bat here in the bottom of the second in just a moment, and we'll give you a break for just a second while we take a breath.
Hey, you're a senior? Junior?
All right, coming up to bat
Leading off
for
for your Seymour
Seymour
Eagles, number 13
is going to be
Andrew
Hammondtree, the third baseman. Hammondtree's first time at the plate tonight. I believe he's a junior, Peyton, or Hayden, right? He's a senior. So Hammondtree takes first pitch to left field. Looks like Union County's left fielder is going to have it. First pitch, fly out, F7.
Number 33, Elijah Miller.
That's going to bring Eli Miller to the plate. Elijah had a productive at bat, singled, came around to score in his first trip to the plate. Stinnett misses on the first pitch. Miller steps back in there. 1-0 the count. Second pitch. Just inside on the breaking ball. Two-0. Stinnett delivers. Elijah wanted to bunt that one for a hit.
He's going to go down the first baseline, which it looks like. He's got the speed to do it.
Instead, it was a foul, so 2-1 the count. Ball. So now 3-1. We'll see if Eli gets something he can hit here. And he does.
Definitely.
Smoked it to left field. It's down off the wall, and Miller's heading for second. He'll get in there standing up.
Turned on that one pretty quick. Got a good line drive out there to left field.
Up next for your Seymour Eagles, number 32, Braylon Williams.
Braylon Williams will come to the plate with a runner in scoring position.
Time for Braylon to pick up another Art Ribby.
Yep. Miller getting some attention from the pitcher on second. Ooh.
Breaking ball outside.
I don't know if they were. I don't know if that was a. I don't know if. I guess he bunted at it because it was way outside.
I think that was an umpire call strike.
All right. Second bunt attempt is fouled.
These umpires that set up on a right-handed batter, they set up on the inside shoulder of the umpire, the catcher, and it's hard for them to see that outside pitch a lot of times.
0-2 the count on Williams. High. 1-2 now on the high heater. That was quite a bit up. He didn't have to think too much about that one. 1-2, the count on Williams with Miller on second, 1 out. Stennett's going to fake a pickoff, but nobody covering. And strikeout on a breaking ball outside. Williams swung at it.
Up next for your Seymour Eagles, number 20, Reese Wilson.
That's going to bring shortstop Reese Wilson to the plate.
But you can't be any off the street. You gotta be handy with this, you know what I mean? Or you can't.
2 outs now in the bottom of the second. Eagles lead 4-1. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs. First pitch is a ball, and I guess it was a wild pitch. Advances Miller to third. Wilson digs back in. Pitch. Wilson smoked at center, but it's going to be an easy play. Can of corn for the center fielder, and that'll be the 3rd out. That will strand 1 runner, Eli Miller at third, but through 2 innings, Eagles lead 4-1. I was hopeful when he got to second there, Bruce, that we were going to, just turn on the rally hats and score some more, but pitcher buckled down and got his outs.
Well, a couple of bunt attempts there that we didn't work with very well, but try to move the ball around, make the defense do something different.
Again, folks, I'm Jason Davis, the audio-video production instructor here at Seymour High School. Joining me, Bruce Wilson, longtime principal, coach, teacher, everything Seymour, with a little bit of Northview dabbled in recently. As his daughter, Jen Kane, is the
assistant basketball coach there.
Are they still playing?
Yeah, they got beat by Cott County last night in the sectional, so they will be traveling to Boone on Saturday at 7 o'clock to play Boone. Winner goes home, and loser goes home, and winner goes to state.
Wow, so
that was good.
That's always, you get that game to go to state. You've done something. I know a lot of coaches around here only measure in state appearances, but just getting to that game to get you the chance to go to state is a big accomplishment. Congratulations to Coach Kane and Brooke Shelley, the head coach at Northview. So Brady Stennett is pitching. He was hit by a pitch last at bat. Williams' first pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Second pitch going to be grounded to third. Nice stop, and he got him. 5-3 ground out. Nice job of Andrew Hammondtree sticking with that one. Took a little bit of a funny bounce, short hopped him a little bit.
He was trying to work the short hop, and it didn't quite get there, but he made a good play, kept the ball in front of him. Good recovery and good throw.
So now at the plate, Daniel Bailey, the third baseman for the Patriots. He's 1 for 1 with a single and an RBI. First pitch strike right down the middle. Williams' second pitch to Bailey's inside breaking ball, ball 1. Count 1-1. Low. Two and one now, the count on Bailey. Williams pitch. Framed up just on the outside corner. That evens things at 2-2. Pitch. Drop third strike. Looking.
Up next for the Patriots, number 20, Max Wyrick.
Max Wyrick to the plate for Union County. He had that fielder's choice over at third, his first at bat, when the runner at third hurdled Hammondtree and was later called out. First pitch, high curveball. One and 0 the count. Williams to the dish. That's a good one. Williams dropped a breaking ball right over the plate to even the count at 1-1. Strike on that pitch. So now Williams is up 1-2 to Wyrick. And foul ball. Fastball down the middle, fouled straight back over our heads. It'll be 1-2 as they reset.
So we got that last strikeout one time before. We're on a 1-2 count.
We'll see what Williams does here. Hit that hard, but foul down the third baseline.
Batters in this situation has got to look fastball. Got to think fastball and adjust to something.
Mm-hmm.
That last boy wasn't looking for a fastball and blew it right by him.
1-2 the count to Maddox Wyrick. That one's outside. It'll even the count at 2-2. Bruce, when you were coaching and you had that home opener, what were the emotions like that first night of a home season?
Well, it's always excited to get practices out of the way. You've been out there practicing, you just want to get on the field and play. And it's a good thing about baseball. You practice after the season starts maybe once a week and you play games.
Williams' pitch was inside. Now there's full count. I have payoff pitch. And it's going to be called ball inside. And Wyrick will trot down to first. So we'll put a runner on with two outs here in the top of the third. Up to bat is Aiden Skiles. Skiles flew out to center his last at bat. Wyrick on first. Williams deals. Breaking ball inside or high. I think that was probably high. Williams' second pitch to Skiles. Breaking ball in the outside corner. Strike one, evens the count. The pitch blew it by him. Fastball down the middle. 1-2 the count. One and two the count. Skiles swings. He lines it into right. It's going to be caught, and that's the third out. So through 2.5, Eagles lead 4-1. They'll be batting here in the bottom and third here in just a moment. We'll be right back with you at that time. Stick with us.
Lonely and dreaming of the West Coast. I don't wanna be your downtown.
Got the lights on
I
now.
don't wanna be your stupid kid with my big black boots and an old suitcase.
Could be dangerous how it starts singing, playing music from my era.
I don't wanna be
Might be from your era, you can't play this. It's not like basketball where the boys do it.
your sleepwalk dance anymore. I just wanna see some.
We'll have to go back to the Motown music from my era.
Folks, if you do hear us chit-chatting, there's not much we can do about it. I don't have a mute button right now, so we'll try to keep it PG.
Drifters are my favorite. The Drifters. Yeah. My favorite group. A lot of those Motown. Temptations.
All right, Seymour coming to bat here in the bottom of the third. Leading off for the Eagles will be Corbin Johnson, the designated hitter.
Number 10.
He singled for an RBI in his last at bat. Now he's coming up with the bases empty. We'll see if he can set the table. On deck will be Zach Wood, the left fielder, and in the hole, Taylor Caldwell, the second baseman. Corbin takes a pitch from Stinnett outside. It'll be 1-0. Second pitch, also going to be just off the outside corner. So 2-0 to Johnson here. Stinnett deals. That one's going to be outside as well. 3-0. So are you a fan of just taking it no matter what when it's 3-0?
Crowd the plate a little bit, step in, make an inside turn, make the button, reduce the strike zone.
That one's going to be out. Oh, nope, that's going to be a strike. So 3-1. Johnson was taken all the way. And that one he left
Gonna be a
hanging,
gapper?
and I think Johnson got it, down right in front of the center fielder for a single. He's going to be 2 for 2.
Up next for yours, Seymour Eagles, number 4, Zach Wood.
Zach Wood comes to the plate. The left fielder, he's 1 for 1 with an RBI single. Sophomore left fielder. Junior left fielder, excuse me. I should know that. Zach's a friend of my son who's also a junior. I'm in denial. I don't want him to grow up. 1-1 the count. Third pitch of the at-bat from Stinnett. Nope, he's going to try to pick off the runner. Johnson back safely. Now it's a little chopper back to the pitcher. 1, 6, 3, but he's going to be safe at first. Wood beats it out. So just a fielder's choice.
Seymour Eagles, number 6, Taper Caldwell.
Tafer Caldwell coming to the plate. Freshman second baseman. Strike, first pitch. Caldwell. 0-1. Fire over to first. Runner's back. So we'll reset. Caldwell had the RBI on the fielder's choice his first at bat. Another throw over to first. He's safe. Oh and 1 the count, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Eagles lead 4-1. Stennett's pitch down the middle. Tafer takes it. Runner steals. So now we're going to have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. That looked just like a straight steal, Bruce.
It was. Catcher has a whole hard time. He wants to sidearm it down to second base.
Caldwell grounds it to third. The throw is going to get him 5-3, and that's going to keep the runner at second. 2 outs.
Up next for your Seymour Eagles, number 1, Caden Rhodes.
Caden Rhodes, the catcher, comes to the plate for the Eagles with a runner in scoring position. 2 outs.
Catcher made a pretty good little block then, keeping the ball in front of him.
I go behind. Yeah. We say pitcher. Because we go behind.
He had a sacrifice bunt. It wasn't a sacrifice. It was a 1-3 ground out on the bunt. His first at bat. Counts 1-1.
Runner goes. No attempt.
So, what do you think there, Bruce? Steal or catcher
Steal.
indifference? I think it's steal.
I think it's a steal.
Good jump.
Catcher just realized he got a good jump, and the catcher looked and said, no chance.
That one's going to be outside as Rhodes watches the count go to 3-1. 3-1 pitch. Rhodes takes it deep in the hole, and it's going through. That's going to score Zach Wood as Caden Rhodes with the RBI single. Eagles now lead 5-1. Now batting Austin Brown, 0 for 1 today. Looks like we got a courtesy runner down there at first. Not sure who that is exactly. You know, Bruce, no matter how long I watch high school baseball, I just can't get used to the courtesies and all that kind of thing.
You ought to try to figure softball out sometime. They have designated runners, courtesy runners, and 4 or 5 different types.
The traditionalist in me would say, that's not baseball. Of course, I've had to overcome a lot with major leagues going to designated hitter, both leagues.
Yeah.
First pitch is a strike. Pitch. Ooh, good throw, but it's going to be late. Runner steals second. So another runner in scoring position for the Eagles, up 5-1 here in the bottom of the third. Austin Brown, 0 for 1 batting, takes that one to left, and that one's going to get down. We're going to get another run. It'll be 6-1 Eagles as the runner scores. That looks like Zeke. Was that Zeke? Zeke Brown was the courtesy runner who scored there. And runner advances to second.
Nice piece of batting there. Had a little breaking ball down, and he pulled it right down the line.
I didn't see what happened, Bruce. Did he just advance on the throw?
Yes.
So he's on second.
No, he went on down.
It's
he
a
went
double?
On down. Yeah.
So how does that work in high school baseball? Does the courtesy runner get credit for the run, or how that works?
Long time since I kept score, but we would give it to the courtesy runner. But
that would be really funny. You get a bunch of hits, but you always have a courtesy runner. You never score a run.
They may have changed that. It's been a while since that runner runs again.
0-2 the count right now on Andrew Hammondtree as I just kept talking.
Runner was on the go. It's from second base.
Hammondtree fouled it off, right? So Brown is at second. Hammondtree batting down 0-2 with 2 outs. Decides not to swing, so he takes a ball. Runner advances to third.
Foul pitch.
One and 2, now the count on Hammondtree. Brown standing 90 feet away from the 7th run of the game. Another outside pitch. Two the count. Stinnett delivers. And that's going to be strike 3 on the swinging strike. That's going to end the inning. Eagles lead 6-1 through 3. Stick with us. We'll be right back with you as we come back from this break between innings. That's more my speed, Bruce. Little Rolling Stones.
I love the Rolling Stones. That's one of my startup songs.
I always said 65 to 75 is the best music.
I saw the Rolling Stones at the Knoxville Coliseum in 1972.
Wow, that
They're
would be
still going. Yeah.
That's not
I
a
was a
huge
junior in college. I paid $25 for 2 tickets, which was a bunch back then.
Yeah. My first concert was $25 for just me, and that was Aerosmith.
They're probably my favorite rock and roll type band and stuff. But like I said, I graduated high school in '69, so about '68 to '70 is when everything was really starting to change over a whole lot.
Yep.
Had the hippie music in there with Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix and Country Joe and the Fish and Moby Grape, some of those guys.
I like all that stuff, but I like all the stuff before and a lot of the stuff after too.
So I grew up in Memphis and stuff and listened to a radio station. It had a lot of Motown. That's why I learned to like the Drifters and stuff on there.
Williams coming back out there for the 4th. Leading off the 4th is going to be Paxton Barnes, the center fielder. He's 0 for 1. He popped out to second in his first at-bat. First pitch from Williams. Swinging strike. That kind of looked off speed.
It was off speed because he was stepped way out. Had the batter off balance.
0-1, the count on Barnes. Swinging strike 2. That looked like pretty much the same pitch. Oh, 2 the count on Barnes. Ooh, that was a close one to take. Just low.
You got to choke up and protect the bat.
1-2 the count to Barnes.
Yep.
Ooh, big hook. Got him looking. Third strike.
Up next for the Patriots, number 15, Luke Johnson.
Two straight looks on close pitches there and paid for it on that second one. Luke Johnson now batting for Union County. Takes a rip at the first. Doesn't make contact. Down 0-1. Ball low. 1-1 the count on Luke Johnson. Pitch. Johnson clocks it into left. It's going to be a base hit. He's going to hold at 1. Oh, nope. He's going to 2, and he's safe. Just beat it.
Had a little bobble in the outfield there. Gave him just the right amount of time to get there.
Up next for the Patriots, number 33, Wyatt Lampkin.
Wyatt Lampkin will be coming to the plate for the Patriots. He has a walk on the day. No official at bat. He's got a runner at second now, Johnson, with 1 out. Williams gets the call from Rhodes. Delivers. Ball inside. Want to know the count? Second pitch right down the middle. He watched it for strike 1. Pitch to Lampkin. Squares up like he's going to bunt. Pulls it back. It's ball 2. Two and 1, the count on Lampkin. Williams looks at second. Pitching from the stretch. He delivers. Ball lined to third and caught by Hammondtree. Hammondtree fires to second. Runner gets back just in time. He had to wait for somebody to get there to cover.
Super play.
Yep, great play to make the catch on that line drive.
Number 10, Brandon Reed.
Second baseman made a good job getting over there and covering the bag, and throw was a little bit wide, but he made a good catch on it.
That's going to bring Brandon Reed, the right fielder, to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a K and a walk. Timeout called just before Williams threw the first pitch of the at-bat. Reed steps out. Now he digs back in. The pitch. Drops the curve right across the plate, strike 1. 0-1 the count on Reed. Williams pitches outside. That'll even the count at 1-1.
Nice block up by our catcher.
Bruce, I believe Seymour Eagles' first ever trip to state was with you at the helm. Is that right?
1982. First year we moved up from single A to double A, and had a pretty good team that year.
Who was the star of that team?
Had several of them. Mike Latham,
Mm-hmm.
David Heston was a pitcher.
Pitch fouled off.
Dave probably holds the record for innings pitched in a year here at Seymour, and probably in the top 15 in the state. I think he finished that year with 100 innings.
Wow. A lot in high school baseball.
Won't ever see that anymore with pitch counts.
No. Well, they knew Bruce Wilson was wearing everybody's arm out, and they had to do something.
I had a couple of little guys that were backups in there that helped out a whole lot, but Dave, he was pretty much the pitching horse for us.
Pitch, swinging strike for Williams. That's going to be a K. That's going to end the inning, or in the half inning. Eagles lead 6-1 after 3.5. They'll be coming up here in the bottom of the fourth, leading 6-1. And we'll be right back with you after a little break.
Kind of funny that year that we played, we didn't get when you finally got in there, your first round was at the home school field instead of going to the national. Well, we couldn't play at our home field because we didn't have lights. So we ended up going to South Doyle. Bobby Campbell Robbie Howard's there at the time. And Robbie said, yeah, come down and play. So we went down there and played Maryville, it was, I believe, down there. So the next year we had lights because our booster club, our parents, we never had a booster club, but our parents said, we're going to put lights up. And Booty Merle and Max Baker and Bob Gamble. Booty and Bob worked for TV. They got light posts for us. Ronnie Gossett was an electrician. He bought the lights. We had lights the next year.
All right, so here in the bottom of the fourth, Elijah Miller going to lead things off for the Eagles. And, you know, I'm going to guess as a coach, as long as you're not getting no hit or something, you like starting out with the top of your lineup.
Oh, definitely.
Hopefully Elijah can set the table and get knocked in.
Get a few more runs.
Mm-hmm. Getting a little dusky now. But the wind's died down. Foul ball. Ooh.
Be a little bit harder for our outfielders sometimes on pop-ups this time of the night.
Elijah fouled that one down the third baseline. Almost had a double, but just foul. Oh, 1 the count. That one's going to be outside. So Elijah will even it up at 1-1. Brady Stinnett still in there for Union County. And Eli got a base hit. Nice bunt single.
That ball took a funny bounce.
It really did.
I mean, it was like a cue ball hit and bounced back.
Had a lot of spin on it.
Definitely.
That was no question. When you saw that take that little bounce, you knew Elijah was going to make it to first. Braylon Williams comes to the plate. As we've got a little stop and play here.
Coach questioning something. Let the umpires have a little discussion.
Williams is 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI and a run scored. You think he was saying the ball came, like, landed foul and then bounced in? I don't know.
I don't think he could have questioned it. Was it hit the runner or the bat? Because Nobody else touched it. I said it did take a funny bounce, though.
It did. Eagles lead 6-1 here in the bottom of the fourth. They scored 4 in the bottom of the first and then 2 in the bottom of the third. Second inning, only inning so far for the Eagles with no runs scored. Folks, if you haven't been to Don Doyle Field for a baseball game, you're missing out. It's a great venue, nice looking field, always well kept. Nice view of the mountains. So Braylon comes up. He's 1 for 2. We'll see what he can do, and hopefully he'll get Elijah advanced. First pitch, strike. Miller takes second on the steal.
That's pretty much was a given there.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure that Miller was among the league or state leaders in steals. He just got picked off, though, trying to get a jump and steal third.
Yep.
So that's going to go as a caught stealing. As Brady Stennett twirled through to second and actually did he even throw to second? He just threw to third.
Yep. Eli was trying to time him and didn't time it right. Can't see it.
Oh, second baseman made a nice play on the pop-up.
Up next for your Seymour Eagles, number 20, Reese.
That time of the night, it's going to be hard for him to see.
So that's 2 quick outs for the Eagles. That's going to bring Reese Wilson to the plate. Reese is 0 for 2, though he does have a run scored. I believe he reached on a fielder's choice. Ball low. 2-0 the count. Third pitch. Wilson's going to take a cut. Misses on the breaking ball. Two and one the count. He got that one. Single into right field.
Nice piece of batting there.
Mm-hmm.
Good bat control.
Right between second and first. Second baseman, first baseman. That'll bring Johnson to the plate. Corbin is 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. First pitch is a ball, so he's ahead in the count 1-0 with Reese Wilson over at first and 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Second pitch, ball inside. Third pitch of the AB coming from Stennett. It's going to be outside. Throw down to second. Going to be late. Reese Wilson steals. And now he's in scoring position with 2 outs. Also a 3-0 count. Single here will score a run. Johnson looks at a strike. 3-1 the count. Three-one pitch. Going to be low. And that's going to walk Corbin Johnson.
Up next for your Seymour Eagles, number 4, Zach Wood.
So Zach Wood comes to the plate with 2 runners on. Zach's 2 for 2 with an RBI. We'll see what the left fielder does here. First pitch going to be fouled back. Oh,
Oh,
they picked off Wilson at second. That was looked from this angle a little late on the tag, but we've gotten some calls, so we're not going to complain too much.
and we're only about 100 feet further away than the umpire is.
That's
but
true. That's true. We're not recording, so we can't go back and check. Eagles lead 6-1 after 4. 3 innings to go. 5-run lead for the blue and gold.
Looks like Coach Koeneman is making some changes.
See if we can keep up with this. Being the first time doing this, I didn't have the foresight to bring utensils to write things down. I'll make notes on my computer as I can. Hopefully our buddy up top will make some announcements and we can note it. So Brooks Berry will be in to pitch for the Eagles as he comes in to relieve Williams. I'm not sure what – I don't think high school baseball has like the pitcher of record rule for a starting pitcher. I get, or they may, but surely four innings would be enough to qualify.
Mm-hmm.
Berry's first pitch going to be low, ball 1.
Had Brooks' uncle Jamie as a pitcher when I was coaching.
Oh.
Pretty good little pitcher. Pitched a great game over it against Maryville one year.
Berry's second pitch, also going to be low. See any similarities? Any build similarity or anything like that?
Jamie was probably a little bit bigger and stuff on there. Remember Logan used to run around the ballpark quite a bit while we were playing.
2-0, Berry's breaking ball is inside. It'll be a 3-0 count here on Aiden Bowman, Union County shortstop. He's 0 for 1 on the day, has a hit by pitch and a run in that first inning. Berry paints the outside corner with one. 3-1 now the count. Bowman awaits the pitch. Swings. It's going to loop it right over first base for a single. That's a lucky one.
It was. Got him in a little bit on the handle some, too.
Mm-hmm. So that'll be Bowman's first hit of the game. And that'll bring Brady Stinnett, Union County's pitcher, to the plate. Stinnett's 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in that first inning. Scored a run. Or no, he did not score a run, but he was hit by a pitch. After a pickoff attempt, Barry's back on the mound, and he'll deliver the first pitch to Stinnett. Strike, swinging strike. Little breaking ball there. Oh,
A little bit of a change-up maybe.
what was that
Called
called?
a balk.
Called a balk.
Didn't get set.
So the balk's going to send the runner down to second. Pitch did not count. So now the first pitch to Stinnett. Nope. Barry steps off, fakes to second. Now he sets up, delivers. First pitch low. It's going to be 1-0 the count. Barry's second pitch upcoming. Swinging strike on I believe that was a curveball. One the count on Brady Stinnett. Barry's pitch going to be outside, 2-1. Union County trying to battle back here at the top of the fifth. Runner on second, no outs. Brooks Berry on the mound for Eagles in relief. 3-1 the count on Brady Stinnett, the Patriots pitcher. Home opener here tonight at Don Doyle Field. Eagles are 1-0, looking to go 2-0 on the young season. Barry's pitch. That's
Breaking ball.
Nice breaking ball right over the heart of the plate. Stinnett fouled it off the left side. Now we got a full count. So we'll see what Barry does with the payoff pitch here. It's going to be high, and that's going to send Stinnett down to first.
Up next for the Patriots, number 14, Daniel Bailey.
Not a real bad as far as hurting on that. That just sets us up for a double play now. He had first base open anyway.
So now runners at first and second, no outs. Stepping to the plate, Paxton Barnes. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Infield in on the right side for the Eagles as they're looking for a possible bunt here out of the center fielder. One and one the count after a foul ball.
I don't know if the batter rubbed his wrist if he hurt his wrist on that swing or not. Acting like it bothered him.
So this is actually a pinch hitter, I believe. Another balk. It's going to send the runners to second and third. One and one the count. So that double play is now out of the picture.
Yep.
First base is open. Runners on second and third. No outs here in the top of the fifth for the Patriots.
Brooks is just going to have to clear it and pay attention with the batter. He's got the batter here.
Pitch inside. It's going to be ball 2. Tough spot, Bruce, for a sophomore pitcher, probably making first meaningful varsity minutes out there on the mound, and you have some things not going your way, those balks.
Right.
And you know, he's asking, what am I doing? He doesn't. That's a tough one. Strike on the outside corner evens the count 2-2.
Good experience for him right here to stay focused.
From the stretch, Brooks delivers.
That's
Got him
it.
on an inside curveball.
Good job.
Nice job, Brooks Berry. Really like to see that for a young pitcher. Buckle
That's a good
down.
comeback.
Yep. 1 out now. Runners on second and third for the Patriots.
Pretty
20
good
for
shot.
Union County. Shot down the left field line. It's going to land. That's going to score 2 runs. And on the single,
We kept the runner at first base in there. They could have had a chance, but
Up next for the Patriots, number 21, Aiden Skiles.
Aiden Skiles now batting for Union County. Ball 1 to Skiles. Score now 6-3, Eagles over Union County, as the Patriots are trying to battle back here in the top of the 5th. Barry gets a swinging strike, tipped. Rhodes held onto that one. 1-1 now the count. Barry steps toward the plate, delivers low. Two and one the count. Three balls, one strike on the Union County hitter. Barry delivers. It's going to be a ball high and inside. It's going to send Wyrick down to second on the walk. Coach Koeneman out talking to the umpire. I'm not sure. Any insight on what they're talking about out there, Bruce?
either he's talking about
About
the
the
balks
balks,
and stuff
yeah.
on there, but he may be giving a pitcher warm-up and bullpen a little bit more time too.
So Skiles walks Wyrick to second. Now batting should be 21. They called that a balk as well.
Yeah, and that's why everybody's going.
Oh, never mind. That was another balk.
Koeneman getting his few words in to the umpire.
Yeah, he's not happy. That's 3 balks. I don't know if I've ever seen 3 balks in a half inning.
They just say he's not coming to a complete stop. I think he's saying he's come to his waist and then he's dropping it on down before he pitches.
You know, a young pitcher like that, you probably need to get somebody up just so he doesn't get in his own head at this point.
Yeah.
That would be really tough.
Well,
and Brooks, a great kid. You don't want to see his confidence rattled out there.
Well, we just put him in there, just what these early season games are, to see how you handle things.
Yep. Be a really big opportunity for him to,
battle through it.
3-1 the count on Skiles.
I think you disconnected me.
And there's ball 4. It's going to send Skiles down to first. Test. So we got runners at first and second for the Patriots.
One out and got a sub in for Union County here. Coach making a change somewhere. Number 3 coming in.
Because we only had the lineup card, I don't necessarily have number 3's name handy. We'll just go with number 3 for the Patriots. Sorry if you're a Union County fan that somehow found this stream. David Martin, they said. So Martin will come to the plate.
Need a double play here, get us out of the inning.
That would be really nice. A little 6-4-3 double play.
Pitcher's best friend, besides a fly ball to center field.
Barry delivers. That one's going to be low. Gets away. We're going to advance the runners. And that'll be a 1-0 count on Martin. Swinging strike. Way to go. Way to challenge him. 1-1 now the count. Barry delivers. Swinging strike. 1-2 the count.
Kid's got a big long swing, so.
See if Brooks dials one up here. 1-2. You could waste a pitch if you want to, but 1-2 count. Barry delivers inside. That'll even the count 2-2. Bruce, what kind of words did you have for a young pitcher when they were going through this kind of thing?
Well, I said you just have to bend down and concentrate. What happened before is we used to tell them you got to flush it and move on, and these are the kind of experiences you need.
He's going to get a pop up, looks like. It's going to be easy fly ball to left field, and left fielder's going to make a great throw. Got him! Oh, no, dropped the ball, so the runner's going to be safe. Great throw from left. Zach Wood, nice throw.
Yep.
Had him at the plate, but, the runner getting there right at the same time or just a little after the ball And
not sure the catcher got the ball in his hand real good. Used that glove for protection.
couldn't
But it was
quite
a bang play.
couldn't quite hold on that bang play. Run scores 6-4 now the score. And runner advanced to third on that as well. So tying run at the plate in Luke Johnson. First pitch, strike on the outside corner. Nice way for Barry to start this at bat. First pitch strike. Second pitch also a strike. Took a little something off that one, I think.
Yep.
Swinging strike.
All right, be smart here.
Luke Johnson, who's 1 for 2 at the plate, is down 0-2. See if we can get out of this inning. Pitch. High.
Okay.
1-2. Pitch to Johnson. Foul ball to the left. Got on top of it. Count stays 1-2. It is fully nighttime now here at Don Doyle Field. Through the power of modern lighting, we're playing this game now. Barry lines up, 1-2 pitch. Strikes him out.
Good job.
Good job. Way to go, Brooks. So Barry with the strikeout there. Eagles still lead 6-4, but they're going to want some insurance.
He'd run a few more.
Yep.
You know, knowing the Brooks family as I do and stuff, I'd say he was named after Brooks Robinson. Very good chance of that.
That makes sense. They got, or were they Oriole fans or just baseball
They're
fans?
good baseball fans.
Brooks Robinson, I had a, let's see, that would, I think it was a Rawlings. I had a Rawlings Brooks Robinson glove growing up. He was
That's a good one.
didn't get a lot better with a glove than Brooks Robinson.
No.
Who's your team, Bruce?
I grew up in Memphis, so we got to see the Cardinals or the Braves. My high school coach took us my junior year. We went to St. Louis, watched the Cardinals, which they were mainly on the radio there if you listened to them. And then my senior year, we went down and watched the Braves play.
Well, I'll try not to hold the Cardinals against you. I'm a Reds fan, so NL Central, I'm not a big fan of the Cardinals. Do like the Braves, though. They've always been kind of second or third team material for me.
My dad took me, I was probably still in junior high school or so, and the Braves, for whatever reason, they were playing the Yankees. So I had a lineup, had the bulletin that they had and stuff, and you could write down the names to keep the lineup. So I kept scorecard on them and the stuff. Yogi Berra, Roger Maris, Mickey Mantle.
Wow.
So I've still got that at home where
Pretty
I
cool.
wrote them all that stuff in. Yeah, it was neat to have that stuff and see those guys play.
You've got a lot of neat box scores laying around. We've seen recently some of the high school box scores you have with some famous names from some of the teams we've played.
Yeah.
Tell our audience about that. Who was it? Was it Carter or Gibbs? Gibbs, right?
Gibbs. I played against Kenny Chesney. Good thing Kenny was a good singer. But I think in the 2-3 years we played, I think he was 1 for 11 against us. But
wow.
Played decent second base.
Zach Wood will lead things off for the Seymour Eagles here. Woods had a nice game.
You know, Gibbs has had Morgan Wallen Field now, so they've had a couple of good singers come play for them. Need to get those 2 or 3 runs back this inning.
Wood fouls it off. He's down 0-1 here to start the AB. It's like a new pitcher in there for Union County. And Wood's going to continue his good night with a base hit to left. Single. Way to go, Zach.
They
Reese,
got it.
no, Reese was trying to throw the bat and held on a little too long.
Tafer Caldwell.
Sorry, that's Tafer Caldwell, the freshman second baseman. Got that big sliding glove sticking out his back pocket. First pitch high. Caldwell takes it. 1-0 the count. Wood on first, likes to run. Pitcher steps off. So we'll reset things. Pitch. Maybe strike on the outside corner.
Little sidearm action there.
So Caldwell grounds it to the shortstop, but Zach Wood was breaking to second. And I don't know, what do you call that? That's
I think it's an error.
just an error on
I think
E6.
Yeah.
So first two runners
couldn't-
on.
Couldn't see a whole lot. The catcher was in my way, so I didn't see exactly what happened.
I think
with
he
it.
was trying to go to second, but there was nobody there because
Yeah.
Wood had already beat it to second. So runners at first and second now as Caden Rhodes, the catcher, comes to the plate. First watches the first pitch for a strike. Like to see the senior get a hit here, add a run to the board. Down 0-1. Attempts a bunt. It's fouled, so it'll be 0-2. How's it going? 0-2 the count on Rhodes. Calls time. So we'll reset things. Paxton Barnes on the mound for Union County. Ball outside. 1-2 now the count on Rhodes. Right-handed Barnes. Checks second. Now he delivers. It's going to be a ball inside. That'll even the count on Rhodes 2-2. So, Bruce, you said this is your first time doing anything like this. This is also my first time calling a baseball game. So we'll apologize to the viewing audience or listening audience. Foul ball there. Rhodes just got a piece of it, protecting the plate. He'll get another chance.
I guess this would be the first YouTube broadcast.
Yeah, I guess.
For baseball.
Audio only. We're going to try to get some cameras going at some point. Very difficult situation here at Seymour with the netting around the field. Makes it very hard to film. We're going to try to mount a center field cam over the center field wall and see what we can do. I'm going to use some remotes and some.
Sound like a good setup.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully by the time we're about the middle of district,
Runner
we'll
goes.
be able to do something.
Ooh.
Nice play by Barnes.
Triple play.
Triple play. Holy cow. So Rhodes hit a little soft liner just over the head of the pitcher, makes a diving catch, turns, fires to second, getting the runner off second, then the throw to first, getting the runner off first. We've seen a lot of things tonight that you don't see often, Bruce. Don't know that I've ever seen one in a high school game.
I had two when I was coaching at times, but the runners were going then. The guy at second base was on the run, so just not much you can do about that.
No. As a coach, you've got a hitter protecting the plate, and he did. He protected the plate. It just didn't go our way. So it's going to be 6-4 as we go to the top of the sixth. 2 innings to go, and things are getting interesting.
We had a triple play one time against Webb in a district tournament, and then Coach Norman, we were in the state tournament against somebody, and we had a triple play in the first game of the state tournament. You don't see them too often, but they happen.
We were talking about your first appearance, 1982 at the state tournament. How did that go? Did you win one or lose the first?
We lost the first game. I said it was when back then you could play the first round at your home field. We didn't have lights, so we played at South Doyle. Coach Howard led us out there. And Mike Latham was my leadoff guy. We was playing Maryville. We had beat them earlier the year. And I believe Mike had hit a home run the first pitch, something like that. And it went downhill from there. I think we'd beat Maryville earlier the year 3-2 or something in their tournament that they had. And so it was nice out in the beginning. That was our first year at AA ball.
What's the furthest Seymour's gone in the postseason?
4, I believe.
Yeah.
I think we were in the top 4.
Okay.
I'm not sure we've ever been to the finals.
Okay.
I know.
I believe one of Kyle's first seasons they made the state tournament.
Yes.
And I think that's probably the last time we've been there. But it's been a semi-regular occurrence for Seymour.
We've probably been 5 or 6 times at least. I know Coach Greg Clark, who took my place, went a couple of times. Scott Norman went a couple of times. And Brian McCord went one time. And I think Kyle, I'm not sure if Kyle's been or not. Maybe so.
Yeah, I think he went either first or second season, yeah. Wyatt Lampkin batting for Union County. One the count on Wyatt Lampkin as we start the top of the sixth here. Nice breaking ball from Brooks there. See Brooks back out there. That's good to see.
It is. Yep.
And he's got a 1-2 count here on the leadoff hitter. Lampkin slaps it into the hole at second, and it gets through. That's going to be a single for Wyatt Lampkin.
Second baseman made a good dive at it, trying to stop it.
Strike one. So Barry goes ahead early. Pickoff attempt. Nothing doing. Brandon Reed batting for Union County. Evens the count, takes a ball low. Barry deals. Got a pop up to right. And right fielder's got it.
Made a good play.
Made a good play. 1 out. Runner at first. Up next, Aiden Bowman.
Whoa. Little wild throw back into the infield. Catcher makes a good play over there. Keep somebody from advancing. Way to be alert.
One out with shortstop Aiden Bowman batting and a runner on first. One out. Eagles would like to put a goose egg up there this inning.
Nice.
Barry drops a breaking ball over the middle. Strike one. Or just on the outside corner. Looks at the runner. Now he deals. Just missed on the inside. 1-1 the count. Bowman scored Union County's first run of the night after being hit by a pitch in the first inning. Strike from Barry down the middle. Bowman now down 1-2. Barry delivers. It's going to be high. 2-2. Tried to drop another breaking ball, but didn't break quite enough. Or started too high. I don't know what you want to say.
A little bit of both.
Pitch. Going to be popped up. It's going to be trouble, but caught. Double play.
Hey, great play.
Nice. Right fielder makes the catch, then fires to first. That was in that kind of no man's land, Bruce, where as a base runner, you're kind of like, do I stay or do I go?
Yeah, you're just caught in between.
And he got doubled off.
They're talking about it.
That was
first base coach must have said something, maybe if he was on the bag or not.
Thought that one.
Yeah, he's out.
Thought that one looked pretty obvious. So he was out. So that's going to be 3 outs as Barry throws the scoreless 6th. Eagles will come up here in the bottom of the 6th and look to add to their 6-4 lead. We'll take a break just for a moment. Stay with us.
We had a game one time with a guy named Stan Schultz from Webb.
Shoot, Bruce. We're going to tell good stories. We might as well tell them on the mic.
So we have a game with Webb. We're playing at Bower Fields before we came up here. And Stan Schultz, I think it was from Webb High School, and pitches a no-hitter against us, and we beat him 1-0.
Wow.
We had
that's another thing you don't see very often.
Yeah. Steve Pewitt was the shortstop, and he gets on first base, walks, steals second. We burn him to third, and he scores on an infield out. Beat him 1-0.
Wow. Sounds one of the most fun moments I've ever seen in person at a major league game. Like I said, I'm a Reds fan.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember a player they had named Billy Hamilton, center fielder?
Yes.
Real fast guy. Couldn't hit to save his life. Walked. This was extra innings, 10th inning. Walked, stole second, advanced to third on a throw into center from the catcher.
Yeah.
And then at third, he was about halfway home, and the pitcher was just panicking, threw a wild pitch, and he scored. It was the most manufactured game-winning run I've seen. First pitch of the bottom of the 6th.
I played high school ball
Strike.
against a guy that was a pitcher for the Reds, a guy named Ross Grimsley.
Oh, yeah. I've heard
Big
that
left-hander.
name.
We played high school ball against him. Pretty good pitcher.
Second pitch, also a strike.
Need to put a score on the board here.
Is that Eli Miller batting? 0-2 the count. Pitch from Barnes, strikeout. Nice pitch. That was actually Austin Brown. Andrew Hammondtree now coming up to bat. Base is empty for the Eagles. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Hammondtree takes a ball outside, way outside. He's up in the count 2-0. Pitch going to hit him. Hammondtree jogs down to first. So with 1 out, Eagles get a runner aboard. Now Elijah Miller steps to the plate. Miller's had a good day with 2 hits. He's got a double and a run scored. Looking like the All-State player that he was in 2025. Timeout. Now Miller digs back in. Strike on the outside corner. Miller looked like he was going to bunt, decided he didn't want to.
He's got third baseline open wide, pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the third baseman really shading towards short. You know, Miller's shown bunt about every time he's been up, but they're not really buying it. You don't see anybody in. 0-1 the count. Second pickoff attempt for Barnes. Hammontree's got his lead out there on first. Pitch outside. Going to even the count 1-1. You know, like we've said first time doing this, feels really repetitive sometimes.
There's your bunt
Nice
down the third
bunt.
baseline.
Man.
No chance.
Nope. So that's actually Miller's second
Second
bunt
bunt.
single. And Union County's kind of giving it to him. They're keeping the corners back. He took it second time in a row.
You know, Eli's dad, Lynn, I guess, is coach here on with him and stuff. Was a really good athlete when he was in school. Wide receiver and baseball player.
Yeah. Looks like he can play tackle right now for the Eagles and just clean your clock.
Yeah.
Probably, I'd say he's got the title as most muscular teacher at Seymour High School. Doesn't look like a wide receiver anymore.
Yeah, I saw him at school the other day. I was in here to see somebody and shook hands with him. He about broke both my, all my fingers. Good person, though. Good family.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mr. Miller, he's a good one. I like to go down and, you know, shoot the bull with him a little bit. Looks like Union County's going to bring in a new pitcher, number 7.
Another sidewinder.
Yeah, that would be – I'm trying to remember who 7 was. We did not get lineups before the game, so kind of had to make do. I took some pictures of the lineups.
They're bringing in – he's going to stay, I
That's
think.
Aiden Bowman.
I think number 11 just went in. They're making some position changes out there, too.
Okay, yep. So that's maybe not a new pitcher. He's just working on his delivery a little bit.
So I think think they've made a few
Wait.
position changes is what they're doing. The center fielder just came in, and somebody went out to center field. He's almost summer reading.
It's, you know, as somebody who played baseball growing up, just recreationally, little league, that kind of thing. I know you see somebody come in throwing like that, and your eyes kind of light up because it's slower than what you're used to. But that can be hard. That can be a real challenge.
Well,
and you're also getting it from a different angle.
For right-handed batters, it's coming in at you a little bit more. It takes a while to get adjusted to.
Braylon Williams, Eagles starting pitcher, who's now playing in the field. He's up to bat. He doubled off the left field wall earlier in the game. First baseman in. First pitch. Going to catch the corner, outside corner. So Bowman starts out with a strike. 0-1 the count. Second pitch high. Evens the count at 1-1. 1-1 on Braylon Williams. Bowman steps off the rubber, checks second. Nobody covering, so runner doesn't even have to move. Bowman delivers. It's going to be high. 2-1 the count now on Braylon Williams. Pitch. That's going to catch the outside corner. Good pitch.
He shortened up the swing a little bit, put the ball in play. See what the defense can do.
2-2 the count on Braylon Williams. Aiden Bowman dealing for Union. And line drive. 6 unassisted double play as he beats the runner back to the bag. So Union's going to come up in the top of the 7th, trailing by 2. We'll see who the Eagles put on the mound to close this one out.
Like Barry's back.
They're going to stay with Brooks Berry, so he'll get the long save, I guess you could call it. That's good. After that shaky early inning, let him stay out there and get that shot to his confidence. Pitched well last inning.
Had some good defensive plays behind him, and that's what you need when the pitcher has a little shake like that, a few little confidence problems, and your defense comes in and backs you up.
Yep, let your defense do the work. You know, you talk about being a little bit of a Braves fan. One of the greatest of all time, Greg Maddux, did a whole lot of that. Let his defense do the work for him. Little cutter on the outside corner.
That's who my grandson named after, Greg Maddux. My son-in-law, Emery Kane, is a big Braves fan, grew up in North Georgia, and so he is
great choice.
Maddox Lee Kane, playing T-ball now. He's got through a basketball and ready to start T-ball.
I'm going to have to call him, let's see. There's a few nicknames. Let's see, there Mad Dog, that was one. I think they called him the Professor.
You know, it's funny about how a lot of these major league time people had their nicknames they have, you know. Just, a lot of them.
Well, hopefully.
Some of them they liked and some of them they didn't care for sometimes, too.
Hopefully your Maddox will earn a nickname through his play.
Yep.
Brady Stinnett batting for Union here in the top of the 7th as Seymour tries to close this one out. Barry's first pitch, nice, good spot. Curveball in the inside corner, dropped it in, batter watched, strike one. Second pitch for Barry. High, off the backstop, evens the count at 1-1. Two one the count. Barry's pitch fouled off to the right.
You got the umpire on the mast there too.
Yep. So give the umpire just a second here to clear his thoughts. 2-2 the count.
That's what the catcher is good for. You protect the umpire, and the umpire take care of you too.
Good job, Caden.
So I always used to tell my catchers when we go out there, what's the first rule? Protect the umpire. You don't want one jumping around, not seeing the strike zone good if you can't protect him.
Barry's 2-2 pitch. Going to be a curveball inside. That'll fill the count. 3-2. Brady Stinnett patient on that one. And now he'll get a payoff pitch. High. It's going to send him down to first base. Tying run coming to the plate. Daniel Bailey, number 14, tying run to the plate for Union County. Barry looks at first. He's going to deliver. Strike on the outside corner. Good pitch. Oh, 1 the count on Bailey. Barry's second pitch of the at-bat. High. Runner's going to advance to second.
Work on this batter right here, get the out.
You know, we're getting very close to the score of that Morristown East game, 6-5. I hope we don't get to that.
Get it out here. Get it out.
Count even 1-1. Runner on second, no outs. Top of the 7th inning. Strike.
Better opportunity. We got better chance of getting outs than giving up runs. So make sure we get one somewhere.
Fastball in the inside corner makes it 1-2. Brooks Berry will buckle down and deliver his 4th pitch of the AB to Daniel Bailey. It's going to be fouled over toward the Union dugout. It looks like about a third of Union County's team is standing outside the dugout there.
Dangerous place to be. Glad to see we got a little bit of higher fence put over on our first base dugout, keep them from overthrows over there.
Is that new this season?
Yes. Yeah. That's a good move.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen people get just low. That's gonna even the count at 2-2. I've seen people get narrowly missed over there on overthrows to first. You've probably seen people get hit.
I've taken a few shots there before.
Yeah. Ouch.
During warm-up, in between innings is worst time.
2-2. 2-2, the count high. That's going to be a full count now on Bailey. First base is open. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but you don't want to put the tying run on base.
Nope.
Barry eyes the dish, steps toward the plate, delivers, foul tip. That was a good pitch.
Yep.
But he got just a tiny little piece of it, and he will live to hunt again. Bailey digs in with a full count. No outs. Pitch.
Three.
Drops it right across the heart of the plate for strike
Super
3.
play. That's a
You know,
good pitch to throw a breaking ball for a strike.
Yep. You
Good
said
job.
it earlier, Bruce. You got to protect the plate with 2 strikes.
Yep.
And we've seen a lot of strikeouts looking tonight. Now, part of the reason I didn't play high school baseball is because was not a big believer in looking at that third strike. I was up there swinging at everything.
I always had thought high school, college ball was just, I like the first pitch because the pitchers most of the time like to throw a strike to get ahead. So a lot of times I was the first pitch hitter, swinger.
Mm-hmm. First pitch to number 20 is a ball outside. 1-0 is the count on Maddox Wyrick. Union County's DH. Takes second pitch for a ball inside. 2-0 the count. 1 out. Runner on second base. Tying run at the plate for the Patriots. Barry checks second. Delivers. Fly ball center field. Caught. So the Patriots are down to their final out as Brooks Berry settled down and got that out.
Did what he needed to do.
Did exactly what he needed to do.
Skiles.
Aiden Skiles to the plate for Union. Barry's pitch low through the legs of Rhodes, and that's going to send the runner down to third. You know, the batter is really the guy you got to worry about, the tying run.
Right. This run right here really
Yep.
doesn't, I mean, it's okay, but not really anything. You want the batter right here.
Focus on the hitter. 1-0 the count. Barry delivers. Swinging strike. Batter swung right through that one.
He's pulling way out, so I'd keep that ball on the outside corner if we can.
1-1 the count on Aiden Skiles. Pitch, swing and a miss. High heater, couldn't quite catch up.
Good place for the fastball there, just up around the armpit, shoulders,
Yep.
hard to hit.
Not going to do much with that one unless you're really, really out front. 1-2 the count. Barry deals. Called strike 3. That's the game. Eagles win 6-4 over Union County.
Great ball game.
Great ball game for the Eagles as they get a home win in their home opener for the 2026 season. Eagles push their record to 2-0 here in the early going. They'll be back tomorrow. I'm not sure who they're playing tomorrow. Forgive me, it's early season. I'm not really looking at the schedule. We will not be back broadcasting tomorrow. This was kind of a one-off trial we were doing. We'll see where we go from here. Hopefully by at least the midway point of the season, we're going to try to do a video broadcast, live video broadcast with multiple cameras. We'll see how that goes. But thanks for joining us. Thanks to Bruce Wilson for
pleasure.
joining me as the color commentator tonight. Big thanks to Hayden Creech, who is our producer and ran our online scoreboard we were trying out. Hayden, we can talk about that for a second. How was it? Did it feel like you were able to keep up with things?
No, I feel like it worked very good tonight.
Wow, which is kind of surprising. It's about as piecemeal as you can get. A bunch of different Photoshop layers being turned off and on at different times. Let you see behind the curtain. We're not going to pay the $300 to $800 for a scorebook subscription. We'll just build our own here at Seymour High School. So thanks for joining us at Seymour High School, and as always, fly, Eagles, fly.